What if I told you that the universe operates on 7 hidden laws, shaping everything? Your thoughts, your success, your struggles. Whether you realize it or not, these principles govern your reality. And once you learn to use them consciously, life stops feeling random. These laws have been studied by great minds like Tesla, Newton, and Jung because they reveal how reality truly works. But most people unknowingly fight against them, creating obstacles instead of opportunities. If you've ever felt stuck, this might be why. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 7 Hermetic laws in detail, and more importantly, how to use them to transform your life, whether it's success, mindset, or manifestation. So before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and let's unlock the hidden mechanics of the universe. The principle of mentalism is the foundation of all Hermetic teachings. It declares that the universe itself is mental, originating from a single infinite intelligence. This idea aligns with modern quantum physics, where observation influences reality. Think about it. When scientists study subatomic particles, their mere act of observing changes the outcome. This means our thoughts aren't just passive. They actively shape our experiences and the world around us. The ancient Hermetic masters knew this long before science caught up. If everything originates in the mind, then our personal reality is a direct reflection of our inner world. Ever noticed how 2 people can experience the same event but perceive it completely differently? One sees a challenge, another an opportunity. The difference? Mindset. This law suggests that by mastering our thoughts, we can master our reality. Many spiritual traditions echo this, from the law of attraction to Buddhist teachings on the power of perception. But how do we apply this in daily life? It starts with awareness. Monitor your thoughts like a guardian at the gate. If negativity creeps in, shift it. Want more abundance? Start thinking abundantly. Want better relationships? See yourself as worthy of them. This isn't just feel-good advice. Studies in neuroplasticity show that thoughts rewire the brain, reinforcing the reality we create. An example? Imagine 2 entrepreneurs launching a business. One believes failure is inevitable, the other expects success. They take the same steps, yet one attracts opportunities while the other meets endless obstacles. Coincidence? Hardly. They're internal. Beliefs shape their external results. Mentalism teaches us that reality conforms to our dominant thoughts. If we don't like our current situation, we must start by changing the way we think. And here's where it gets even deeper. If the entire universe is mental, then reality itself might be more like a dream than a fixed physical space. Ancient mystics, modern physicists, and even simulation theorists suggest that consciousness is the fundamental fabric of reality. If this is true, then what else might we be capable of? The principle of correspondence is summed up in the famous phrase, "As above, so below, as within, so without." This means that the same patterns, laws, and truths exist across different levels of reality, whether it's the microscopic world of atoms or the vast cosmos of galaxies. What happens on a small scale reflects what happens on a larger scale. But this isn't just about science. It applies to your personal life as well. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner world. Change within, and the outside must follow. Ever noticed how people with a chaotic mindset tend to have chaotic lives? They attract drama, financial instability, or toxic relationships. On the other hand, those who cultivate inner peace seem to radiate calmness, attracting better experiences. This law is at play. If you constantly feel like life is against you, ask yourself, what's going on inside? What beliefs, emotions, or patterns are being reflected in your external circumstances? This principle is also why certain universal patterns repeat everywhere. Look at the golden ratio. It appears in galaxies, hurricanes, seashells, and even our DNA. Why? Because the universe operates in fractal patterns, repeating the same fundamental structures on every level. This is why the laws of nature also apply to human behavior and psychology. The balance we see in ecosystems is the same balance needed in our lives. If you're constantly pushing forward without rest, burnout is inevitable, just like a tide that never flows back. One of the most practical ways to use this law is through self-reflection. If you want to change your life, don't just fight external circumstances, go within. If you struggle with finances, ask, what limiting beliefs do I have about money? If you keep attracting bad relationships, ask, what part of me resonates with this pattern? By shifting these internal energies, the external must shift too. And here's something even deeper. If this law is absolute, then the key to understanding the greater mysteries of the universe lies within you. The human mind, consciousness, and emotions might hold the blueprint to the cosmos itself. So if you truly want to know the secrets of existence, the first place to look is inside. The principle of vibration states, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. This law tells us that everything in existence, matter, energy, thoughts, and emotions, is in constant motion. Even things that seem solid, like a rock or a table, are actually made of vibrating atoms. Science confirms this. At the quantum level, even the smallest particles are in perpetual movement. But what does this mean for your life? It means that your thoughts, emotions, and even your physical health are all influenced by vibrational frequencies. Ever walked into a room and instantly felt heavy energy? Or met someone whose presence lifted your spirits? That's vibration at work. Emotions like fear, anger, and sadness vibrate at lower frequencies, while love, joy, and gratitude vibrate at higher frequencies. This is why when you're in a negative state, things seem to go wrong, and when you're in a positive state, opportunities flow effortlessly. Your dominant vibration attracts matching experiences, just like a tuning fork resonating with a specific frequency. So how can you raise your vibration? One way is through conscious focus. The more you dwell on negative thoughts, the more you sink into low vibrations. But if you actively shift your mindset, through meditation, gratitude, or even uplifting music, you literally change your frequency. Another way is through physical movement. Exercise, dancing, or even deep breathing can shake off stagnant energy and increase your vibrational state. This isn't just metaphysical talk. Studies in bioenergetics show that physical movement releases blocked energy in the body. This principle also explains why certain environments affect us deeply. Cities filled with stress and noise can drain our energy, while nature restores it. Ever wonder why walking in the forest or standing by the ocean feels so calming? Natural settings hold high vibrational frequencies, bringing us back into balance. Surrounding yourself with positive people, music, and even colors can have a similar effect. Your external environment influences your internal state, and vice versa. Here's the big takeaway. Since everything vibrates, you have the power to shift your reality by shifting your frequency. If you want more success, align with the energy of success. If you want love, embody the vibration of love. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are vibrating at. So what frequency are you tuning into? The principle of polarity states, everything has its pair of opposites. Light and darkness, hot and cold, success and failure. These are not separate forces, but different degrees of the same thing. Understanding this concept is powerful because it allows us to shift our perspective and transform our experiences. If fear and courage are two extremes of the same spectrum, then by shifting our mindset, we can turn fear into bravery, doubt into confidence, and struggle into growth. Think about temperature. Hot and cold aren't separate things but variations of the same energy. The same goes for emotions. Love and hate may seem like opposites, but they are connected. That's why strong emotions can flip so quickly. Ever seen someone deeply in love suddenly turn to resentment? It's because they are on the same scale, just at different points. By understanding this, we gain the power to consciously shift our emotional state instead of being controlled by it. This law is also at play in personal development. If you feel stuck in failure, remember that failure is just one extreme of success. Many of the world's most successful people, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Steve Jobs, faced major failures before achieving greatness. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the same process. The key is to shift your perception. Instead of seeing obstacles as stopping points, recognize them as stepping stones leading toward your goal. One practical way to use this principle is through mental transmutation, the process of shifting energy from one pole to another. If you're feeling unmotivated instead of fighting it, ask, what's the opposite of this feeling? Then start focusing on that energy. Listen to inspiring music, move your body, or take action in a small way. The more you shift toward the opposite pole, the more momentum you gain. You're not stuck. You're just at one extreme of a spectrum, and movement in the right direction changes everything. Here's where it gets even more interesting. This principle teaches us that challenges contain their own solutions. Every problem carries within it the seed of its opposite. The harder the struggle, the greater the potential reward. So instead of resisting life's polarities, embrace them. The deeper the darkness, the brighter the light that can emerge. The real question is, which end of the spectrum will you choose to focus on? The principle of rhythm states, everything flows in and out, everything has its tides. Life moves in cycles, seasons change, economies rise and fall, moods shift, and even the universe itself expands and contracts. Just like a pendulum, swings from one extreme to another, everything in existence follows a natural rhythm. The key to mastering this law is not resisting the flow, but learning to move with it. Think about your own life. Have you noticed patterns of highs and lows? Times when everything seems effortless, followed by moments where nothing goes right? That's rhythm at work. When you're at a high point, the pendulum will eventually swing back. But here's the secret. Awareness allows you to prepare for the dip. Instead of being caught off guard, you can use your high energy periods to build momentum. So when the low comes, you're not starting from zero. This principle also explains why success isn't constant. Even the most accomplished people go through phases of difficulty. Look at nature. After summer comes winter, but winter doesn't last forever. Understanding this can help you develop emotional resilience. Instead of fearing bad times, recognize them as temporary. If you're in a slump, remind yourself, this is just a phase, and the upswing is coming. If you're on a winning streak, enjoy it, but also plan for the inevitable slowdown. So how can you work with this law instead of against it? One way is by developing inner stability. Meditation, journaling, or even practicing detachment helps you stay centered no matter where the pendulum swings. Another strategy is aligning with natural cycles, waking up with the sun, working intensely when your energy is high, and resting when needed. This is why burnout happens. People try to force productivity during a low-energy phase instead of honoring the rhythm. The real power of this principle is in using the downswings as preparation for the next peak. Every setback carries lessons, every pause builds strength, and every winter holds the potential for spring. The question is, are you fighting the rhythm or flowing with it? The principle of cause and effect states, every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause. Nothing happens by chance. Everything you experience is the result of previous actions, thoughts, or decisions. This law is the foundation of karma, manifestation, and even scientific laws like Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Understanding this principle gives you a powerful advantage. Instead of feeling like life is random, you realize you are the cause of your own reality. Ever wonder why some people seem to attract success, while others struggle endlessly? It's not luck, it's patterns of cause and effect. Successful people have habits that lead to success. Unsuccessful people have habits that create struggle. If you plant apple seeds, you get apples, not oranges. The same applies to your actions. The thoughts you consistently think, the choices you make, and the energy you put out are creating the results you see. This is why awareness is key. Most people react to life instead of taking control of their causes. They complain about money but never change their financial habits. They want better relationships but repeat the same toxic patterns. The truth is, if you don't like your results, you need to change the causes, your mindset, your habits, and your daily decisions. Even small shifts, like replacing negative self-talk with affirmations or waking up 30 minutes earlier to work on your goals, create long-term ripple effects. One powerful way to apply this law is through conscious decision-making. Before acting, ask yourself, what effect will this have in a year, in 5 years? This prevents impulsive choices and helps you align your actions with your desired future. The more intentional you are about your causes, the more predictable and controlled your effects become. Success, happiness, and personal growth aren't random. They are deliberately created. And here's the deeper truth. If you don't become the cause in your life, you will become the effect of someone else's decisions. Those who don't take control of their destiny end up being shaped by external forces, society, circumstances, or other people's agendas. The question is, are you consciously shaping your reality, or are you just reacting to life? The principle of gender states, gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. But this law isn't just about biological sex. It's about the two fundamental energies present in all aspects of reality. Masculine energy represents logic, action, structure, and direction, while feminine energy embodies intuition, creativity, fluidity, and receptivity. Both are necessary for creation, balance, and personal mastery. Think of nature. The sun, masculine, provides light and warmth, while the earth, feminine, nurtures and gives life. In human psychology, the left brain is analytical and structured, masculine, while the right brain is emotional and artistic, feminine. Even successful businesses follow this principle. Masculine energy drives goals and strategy, while feminine energy fosters innovation and connection. When one is out of balance, things start to fall apart. This principle also applies within you. If you're constantly forcing action without allowing space for creativity or intuition, you burn out. That's overactive masculine energy. On the other hand, if you're always waiting for inspiration but never taking action, that's overactive feminine energy. True success comes from balancing both, knowing when to push forward and when to step back, when to be logical and when to trust your instincts. So how can you use this principle to improve your life? Start by identifying imbalances. If you struggle with structure and discipline, lean into your masculine energy by setting routines and goals. If you find yourself disconnected from emotions or lacking creativity, Embrace your feminine side with meditation, art, or deep reflection. The most powerful people in history, think of visionaries like Leonardo da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, or Steve Jobs, mastered this balance, blending deep logic with profound creativity. Here's the real takeaway. Creation only happens when these energies unite. Whether it's in relationships, business, or personal growth, you need both action and intuition, logic and emotion, giving and receiving. The world constantly pushes people to choose one side, be aggressive or be soft, but wisdom lies in harmony. So the question is, are you using both energies to their full potential? The 7 Hermetic laws are always at work, whether you use them consciously or not. But now that you understand them, you have the power to shift your reality. Every thought, every action, every experience is part of a greater pattern, and you're the one shaping it. True mastery comes from applying these principles. Start observing how they play out in your daily life. Are you stuck in low vibrations? Are you resisting the natural rhythm of life? Or are you using these laws to create alignment, growth, and success? The answers are already within you. So, which Hermetic law resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below and let's discuss. And if this video gave you value, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started on unlocking the universe's hidden truths.